This is demonstration number 15, part 1, from the aviation textbook, Advanced Airmanship, Book 1, Precision Flying. Using the data plot view, it examines an alternate technique for high-performance level-offs. Although similar to the previous precision level-off, this alternate method uses an earlier altitude lead, followed by altitude capture at a reduced vertical speed. It lessens the danger of altitude overshoot when leveling off from steep climb and descent angles. We are initially climbing at 210 knots with a pitch attitude of 9.1 and an EPR of 1.36. The plotting speed is reduced to improve the details. We're now rotating to the zero rate pitch attitude of 3.4 degrees, and notice that the vertical speed is decreasing prior to reaching the target altitude of 7,000 feet. Maintaining this attitude as the airspeed increases, the vertical speed is now increasing toward the target altitude. This reduced vertical speed makes an easy capture of 7,000 feet possible. Once the altitude is captured, a decrease in pitch attitude with increasing airspeed is necessary to maintain altitude. And slightly before we reach 250 knots, we'll set the EPR to 1.06 to maintain the airspeed constant at 250. Next, we will capture 7,000 feet from a descent. We're descending at 240 knots with a pitch attitude of 0.4 degrees and idle thrust. Using an early altitude lead, we'll rotate to the zero rate pitch attitude of 2.6 degrees. Notice that the vertical speed approaches zero prior to 7,000 feet. And now maintaining 2.6 degrees pitch attitude, as the airspeed decreases, the vertical speed will now increase toward 7,000 feet. As before, this reduced vertical speed makes capturing of the target altitude easy. After altitude capture, we must increase the pitch attitude as the airspeed decreases to maintain the altitude. As we approach our target airspeed of 210 knots, we'll set the EPR to 1.05 to maintain the airspeed constant. For steep climbs and descents, level-off errors can be large due to high vertical speeds and large required pitch changes. It is therefore difficult to judge the correct altitude lead to precisely capture the desired altitude. The high-performance level-off procedure uses an early altitude lead and the same zero rate pitch attitude. The vertical speed then becomes zero prior to the desired altitude, after which the following airspeed change causes a gradual change in the flight path toward the desired altitude. The target altitude is then reached at a low vertical speed, making altitude interception easy and overshoots unlikely.